Hello, welcome to Val's Crafty Creations. Today I have my nature coins, which was the third theme in the ATC Coin Swap that I did for Brenda's group. So before I get into the coins here, I wanted to share with you a few of the supplies that I used. So we'll start over here. Quite a few of these imitation fall leaves, so I figured I should use a few. And some Dollar Tree items. I have my little sunflowers. I'll be gifting 3 of those. Dollar Tree back, what was that? March. I was very surprised to find my store had a couple of these packs of these decorative cardstock sheets left in the fall theme, so I grabbed that, and that worked out perfect for this project. And just a couple sheets of 12 by 12 paper that I had in my stash, this all over leaf pattern, oak leaves on it, so I used those, and some craft paper, and my burlap stack. You can see I cut a circle out here, and that was the background for one of my coins. And then a little accent here and there throughout the project. So, and I'll be gifting 2 sheets of those. I had to go look for some more sturdy cardboard. Oh, and then something I've had in my stash for a long time, this Lawn Fawn die for, it's called Grassy Border. And then one of the Sticko packs that I had just got, the leaves. I find those at Walmart, and I usually look for all the packs that are 99 cents, so used quite a few off of that. And some of these little gnome stickers that are in the fall theme that come from Dollar Tree, and my store is very hit and miss with all the popular items, so I was very grateful to be gifted a pack of these. So you can see one missing from here. I cut some leaves from here. Little leaf cluster from here, and then you can see in the recent haul I picked up a couple more packs of these 3-dimensional leaf stickers from the Dollar Tree, so I'll be gifting one of those. And then Thanksgiving sticker die cut packs that come with the stickers. I had that here, and so I ended up finding a few that I could use. I fussy cut out the words here from the border, and a leaf and a acorn off of here, and I will be gifting a few of the die cuts. And I went to my drawer where I have all of Donna's awesome seam binding, and I found the fall pack, and it was perfect. This really dark green matched everything just right. And I was looking for some twine. Of course, I just got this from Deborah, so I unwound 2 yards of it and wrapped it around the packaging as a little decoration on the top. You'll see that. And the most recent Michael's haul, you see the little 3x3 paper pad with the adhesive on the back. That came in handy. And used my Nuvo drops in the that's orange marmalade, just for a little accent here and there. And one of my Spectrum Art creation orders, I picked up this tub of buttons, but yeah, I thought I'd dive into that for the fall, and I'll go ahead and tie some of this orange tulle around it. So we'll put that off over here. And I used my vintage photo, my sanding block, and I had this ribbon from Dollar Tree with the wire edge on it, and I actually covered one of the coins with this. It was a little bit short once I cut off the border, and I went ahead and used a scrap of the burlap to cover that gap. And so, yep, just a fun little thing. I really wanted a darker background that didn't have the leaves, and that came in really handy. And a little bit of jute twine. I have a card with some different fall washi tape on it. And I took the one that was here and decorated my mailing envelope already. But that's a really cute playing card. So, and once again, I use my circle cutter and mat to cut all my circles. Oh, and this here's from using the grass die. Just a little scrap I had. I didn't get a chance to mention in the last video, the reason I cut white paper and then the cardboard and then my designer paper of some sort is to provide a nice sandwich. And it allows me to write on the back my name and information. And when I make the coins, take each layer and sand a little bit. And then once I've glued all the layers together, what I do is I sand in a downward motion and you kind of create a rounded edge. And I think that looks more finished. Sometimes if there's any kind of coating on the paper or on the edge, if it's not sanded, the ink may not adhere very well. So that's that. And I didn't get to explain why I have a second one of these circle cutters. One day I was working with it and creating some circles for some coins, and my husband said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Cutting some coins." And then I was wanting to do something else and was struggling to reset the circle cutter, and so carried on and got it all done. And one day he surprised me. He had been to a garage sale and he found a brand new one in a package with extra blades. I say he only spent a couple dollars for it, so yeah, I didn't buy the second one at full retail. There's really no reason to have a second one except for if another project comes up. And that's why I was saying I keep this one at the 2.5-inch size, and it's just perfect for creating the ATC coins. So I think that's pretty much it with all the different things that I used. And if you're wondering, why do I have glue gun and a spray bottle here and a paper towel? When I look for the packaging to use for my coins or any other little swaps that I'm going to send out, I always like to just spray them with water and wipe them down because there could be fingerprints, just any little things. And I noticed on this one, which I'm getting ready for the fairy coins, that it had a little bit of sticky on the back. So I'll be wiping it down, and I keep the little bottle of Goo Gone handy on my desk. So all I have to do is run to the kitchen and get a fresh paper towel. And I always clean up my packaging. And as I've mentioned, I don't really like the adhesive on the back. So if I have to, I use the Goo Gone and clean that all off and start again with a fresh piece of my double-sided adhesive. And then usually that kind of shows through. It doesn't look very attractive, so I will put the piece of washi tape over that, and it's not holding it close, it's just providing a little bit of a decorative touch to the back. So what I do is snip off the little bottom part here, otherwise it will not fit in the little white mailing envelopes that I use. So then I cover the decorative side, and then that leaves a plain back. And you'll see for the nature coins, the packaging, what I did was because I had the 12 by 12 sheet of paper, there was more than enough paper to just go ahead and cover both sides. So once again, here are my coins. So let me go ahead and hold these up to where you can see them. Here's the one with the burlap as the background. We got a little squirrel off the Dollar Tree paper pack. And this the leaves all around. And a little jute twine. The Nuvo drops here. Hello Autumn. Fussy cut out of the Dollar Tree set. And here is the one with the gnome. It's got his hot cocoa. There's a little orange bow leaves. This fussy cut all the different things out of the paper. Nuvo drops around, and those Dollar Tree gnome stickers are dimensional, so I just went ahead and left the dimension there, but I needed to add a little bit more right behind the hat, otherwise it wouldn't kind of get bent. So, and I went ahead and added some of the Nuvo drops to his nose, and the glitter one I added that to his whipped cream on his hot cocoa. And so, yeah. And then the last one is from the Michaels pack. Here we have the Give Thanks. Just leaves from the Dollar Tree pack. You know, just fussy cut all the different items out and layered them on. This was already dimensional, so that's my dimension. I always like to have just a little bit of dimension on each one. And yep, I think that orange ribbon made a nice background. So those are my coins. And then you can see the packaging here. Just a simple bag topper here. We got some of the craft paper, a 2-inch piece folded over, seam binding wrapped around. We have some of the leaves, some of the buttons layered on. And so, like I said, I just went ahead and decorated the cardboard. I like a nice sturdy background for the coins. So instead of putting the goodies in the space, we'll just have that there. And then over here are the goodies. And so I have a little bag of buttons, and just put a piece of the craft paper in the bag, and I sanded and inked all the edges. So a nice little finished piece of paper in there. And then I just created a little cluster with the die cuts. Put some double-sided tape, and here's another bag, and I have a piece of the craft paper again, sanded the edges, nice background, and the items would all fall to the bottom, so I went ahead and just stuck a glue dot behind there, and then threw out the other leaves that I'm going to share. They're just kind of attached together just a little bit, and that's going to be a nice little cluster. And then this will just be tacked on there. And here's the 2 sheets of the burlap paper. And here is the pack of stickers. I just went ahead and also did a craft paper bag topper here. And here's the acorn from the die cut pack and some leaves. And here's the twine. And all this can be taken apart and reused. That's just what I like to do on my packaging. Plenty there, and then wrapped it around and tied a bow right there in the front. What I did was I left the front to where it can lift up, and this bag will be tucked in there, and then the bag of buttons will be tucked in there. I'm not sure, maybe on this side, and it'll just be kind of some layered goodies, because she can just lift that up and take the bags out. And oh, and here are the 3 little sunflowers. Those are going to be also tucked in the packaging right there. I'm going to layer it all together, and I have just a plain white bag this time. Well, I hope you enjoyed seeing my nature themed ATC coins. They sure were a lot of fun. I will include some pictures at the end of everything all assembled and ready to send off to my swap partner. You take care, and we'll see you again really soon for another crafty video. Bye for now.